In Module 5, we talk about market structure. We're going to emphasize perfect competition, but we're going to talk a little bit about the others. Perfect competition is more of a theoretical extreme, but it comes pretty close when we talk about farming, agriculture. One farmer's wheat cannot be distinguished from another farmer's wheat. So a large number of producers producing essentially identical products. And we emphasize that model because it's a very powerful model. It actually explains a lot of things out there, even when the market may not be completely perfectly competitive. But we also talk a little bit about monopoly. Monopoly is when there's one firm. That's the opposite end of the extreme. Instead of a large number of firms, there's only one. Oligopoly is when there's a handful of, a few large firms. And monopolistic competition is when there's a large number of firms, but they produce a differentiated product. For example, the Big Mac at McDonald's and the Whopper at Burger King are different. And in fact, each has a monopoly over its own output. Burger King has a monopoly on Whoppers. McDonald's a monopoly on Big Macs, but they're not that different. Okay, that's where it gets the name monopolistic competition. The firm actually has a monopoly technically, but it's still highly competitive because they're so similar. Well, we have our third discussion here, and also the regular homework and Connect, the readings, class readings, and Economics USA, a little different this time. And that we got two different videos, one on monopoly, one on oligopoly. Very interesting case studies there. But I'm not going to have you submit all three cases in both videos. That would be 6 cases. So watch the monopoly video, but you only have to write up or summarize that third case. Same with oligopoly. Watch the whole video, but only the second and third cases you need to write up. Though I think you'll find the first case very interesting, the automobile industry. My favorite is the second case about the electrical contractors. The thing with oligopoly, when you have a handful of large firms, they tend to want to collude. They want to get together and act as if they were a monopoly. And electrical contractors were doing this. They were actually taking turns being the low bidder for electrical contracts, government contracts. And the funniest thing about it, that makes it the most entertaining for me, is that everyone else would bid high, and they bid the exact to the dollar, the same amount. So they had identical high bids. And then the low bidder would, get the contract. Of course, the low bid was much higher than if it had been competitive. But anyway, that is Module 5. I will see you in Module 6.